Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. And this is your latest transfer news and also just news by itself. So, a lot to talk about today. Latest on Nicolas Pepe, latest on Tielemans. There's actually some news on him today. What's the latest on Maitland-Niles, Bellerin on transfer news? And also, as we build up to the Saturday game against Bournemouth, what's the latest on the team news? So, let's get started with Nicolas Pepe. So, according to David Ornstein, a very trusted Arsenal journalist, Arsenal in talks with, or not Arsenal journalist, but trusted journalist, Arsenal in talks with Nice about sending Nicolas Pepe on loan. Not done, but discussions ongoing with hope to get it gets there. Arsenal chances of signing a new winger always thought to have depended on 27-year-old winger leaving. So it's looking like Nicolas Pepe will leave as we expected since June. Since June, I've been saying I'm 90% sure Pepe will be leaving. I thought he would move on a permanent deal, but it's looking like he could move on a loan deal. It's very weird selling or letting a player move out on loan. A player signed for almost 100 million. It's really weird, just like Lukaku has left Chelsea on loan. Very, very weird. Like he was going to be our next superstar. I remember the excitement when he signed him. We were super excited. Nicolas Pepe, 72 million from the French League. He will score 20 plus goals for us. He'll get assists. His combination with Lacazette and Aubameyang. None of that came true. None of that came true. And obviously, it's been overtaken by Saka. It's been overtaken by Martinelli. Marquinhos has been signed, but Marquinhos is not currently in the first team. He's playing for the under-21s and probably for the under-23s, and that is back as well. So it's looking like we are definitely going to sign a winger when Pepe leaves. So let's see how that trend develops. But according to reports, Nicolas Pepe deal to Nice could happen in the next couple of days, maybe, because we only have less than 2 weeks remaining in the transfer window. So if we sell him, we might get another player in before the transfer window closes. He's not the only one who could be leaving. According to reports as well, after Ranasson loan, Ranasson just left Arsenal on loan as well. Arsenal are working to move on Bellerin and Maitland-Niles. Feel like two deals that could go late into the window. So we're not yet done in terms of letting players go. We've already let go of around 15 players, the likes of Tavares, the likes of Pablo Mari. We sold Guendouzi a permanent. Lacazette left. A couple of youngsters like Beereth and Hutchinson left as well. So we're expecting a lot of movements, especially out of the club. And the thing that I love about getting rid of players is that you're literally clearing the wage bill. Like most of the players that you're paying a lot of money, Aubameyang in January, Lacazette recently, Pepe, Torreira, all these guys are leaving, and we can now extend deals of players who matter to us, like Saka and Smith Rowe and Martinelli, and new players who might come in very, very soon. That is very, very exciting in terms of that. But you obviously need to add more players to build up more excitement in the team. Speaking of adding players, according to reports, it's not confirmed yet, but Tielemans won't be in the lineup for Leicester tomorrow against Southampton. That is a weird one. Why wouldn't he be in the lineup for Leicester tomorrow? Is it because there's no injury talk about Tielemans from any of the Leicester camps? Nothing at all. So is it because he is looking to move teams this week or this upcoming week? Remember when Fabio Vieira joined Arsenal, none of us had anything about him. We just had this in England for the medical, and that was it. One day later, he was announced. Literally, it was that quick. So could the Tielemans deal be announced that quickly? We know we've been linked to him for like 3 months now. We already told that everything had been agreed with him, personal terms, so we all needed to pay the fee. Could that end up happening this week? Is that the reason why he is not in the Leicester side? We have to wait and see tomorrow. If indeed he's not in the Leicester side and there's no injury, then we have to hope that he actually ends up joining us and not any other team. It doesn't look like it's going to be Man United because they're signing Casemiro. Tottenham already signed Bissouma, so it's not going to be any of those teams. Chelsea, N'Golo Conte is injured now. Here is going to be out for a lot of months. Hopefully, he doesn't end up going to Chelsea, but that is one to keep an eye out for. Remember, we are selling paper to get in wingers. Could Gakpo be the winger? Could it be Yeremy Pino? Remember, on Gakpo, we are still waiting for PSV to finish up their Champions League qualifier. They're heading into the second leg next week. This is still a possibility. We have to wait and see. And remember, on Yeremy Pino, we have to wait and see as well. Villarreal, we are interested in him, but we're still not sure if we are going to get him. So we have been linked to a lot of wingers this summer transfer window, including this guy as well, Pedro Neto. And according to reports the other day, the last report I brought to you about Pedro Neto, according to Fabrizio Romano, Pedro Neto's saga could be one to watch. Wolves are focused on completing the Matheus Nunes deal and then evaluating evaluating Neto's future in the coming days. It's not an advanced deal yet, but could be an interesting one in the final days. So we have to keep an eye out for Pedro Neto as well. Could he be the winger? I'd be very excited. Obviously, I'm concerned about his injuries, but that would be very, very great to have him in the team. I wouldn't complain about his Premier League experience and all that. Speaking of injuries, we have a couple of players who are coming back from injuries. We saw them playing for the under-21 the other day. According to Arteta, everybody's okay. As you saw, we had Cedric, Fabio Vieira, and Emil Smith-Rowe playing with the under-21s. They looked fit. They trained all week with us, so they're available for selection. That is very, very good to hear. Fabio Vieira looked great the other day. He only played 45 minutes, to be fair. Smith-Rowe looked energetic, but still needs to build up his fitness. Obviously, Cedric looked very good. He scored a free kick, but I don't think Cedric will even make the bench with Tomiyasu and Tierney fit. It's mostly about this guy. Will we finally see him making his debut? It would have been the ideal plan to have Fabio Vieira making his debut against the newly promoted teams. No disrespect to them. You wouldn't really want him to make his debut away at Man City, for example. You want him to play away to Bournemouth or at home to Fulham next week. Those are the kind of games needing to make his debut on. And Smith-Rowe as well, good to have him back. Let's not forget last season for like 5-6 months, he was our top scorer from the beginning of the season to late in the season when Saka overtook him, but he looked very sharp. He was scoring goals home and away. He was coming on from the bench within 3-4 minutes. He did it a lot of times against Leeds, against Norwich. Whenever he was coming on, he would score a goal. He had some really incredible performances against the likes of Tottenham, also Chelsea away. Like, he's very, very good. Smith-Rowe is always very good, so it would be great to have him back in the team. Bournemouth over the weekend, we have to win that game. If we can make it 3 wins out of 3, then we can focus on the transfer window. We have around 13 days remaining. I still believe we are going to sign 2 players, maybe one winger. It's looking like we're going to get a winger and one midfielder. Now, it could be 2 signings. If we get Tielemans and Pedro Neto, that would be amazing. But I'm thinking maybe you're going to get a winger and then maybe someone on loan. I don't know if Tielemans could be a loan deal. That would be weird because he's not. His contract is expiring at the end of the season. I would rather just buy him. But you have to wait and see. It's such a weird transfer, I'll tell you another weird transfer that could still happen. Callum Hudson-Odoi has been linked to Arsenal the last couple of days. And I'm not keen on him, as I said, but according to reports, Arsenal and Aston Villa, the 2 Premier League clubs who have the most interest in Chelsea's Callum Hudson-Odoi. We have to wait and see what happens, but I'm still expecting 5 to 10 players to leave Arsenal, the likes of Bellerin, Niles, Pepe. Nelson could have been another one, but obviously he got injured, unfortunately. But you could see a very, very busy couple of days. Let me know what you think about all that. Catch up with you guys on the next one.